Hello, hello. Welcome to live. I'll wait a few minutes, see if anyone comes in, anybody wants to talk to me. And then I'm going to do the opportunity reading. Hi, Karina. Hi, Marty. Marty, I did want to ask you something. I sent you an email, but hi, Lone Wolf. You want your love life in there too, Marty? Because, the next 30 days, I know primarily what you want to know about, but hey, Stephen. Oh, hi, Bajorg. I don't know how to say it. No love life. Okay. All right. I got you. No, it's funny because like the next 30 days reading is a lot like the life reading. Not much difference, but we'll make it sassy. We'll make it sassy for sure. I'll probably do it tomorrow actually. So weekends are a little wackadoodle. I live with roommates, or a roommate. So finding quiet, which is why I don't do many readings during the weekend, it can be really complicated. And I'm like, because even I can't have the TV running in the living room. Oh, well. I am, and people are often surprised when they book personal readings that they get them so quickly. I have Capricorn in my 10th house. I have a sick work ethic. Hi, Kimberly. And I have so appreciated everyone's positive comments, because, someone was asking me too about email. And so I made a post that might have seemed rigid because, like, a lot of times doing this kind of stuff, like people will send you messages like wanting to talk about their personal lives and or more about the reading or something. And so that was why I was very I don't know what the word would be, but I have started adding my email in the description if you need to contact me. I'm really only interested in like feedback, or you have a problem on the channel, or you or business opportunities. Otherwise, I don't see what is there that you couldn't say in the comments. That's my feeling. I've been working online for a lot of years. So, even doing stuff other than this. So I tend to be like cautious. Okay, so we're going to do a reading, and then I'm going to offer a card for everyone if they want it. And I haven't decided what the theme is, but usually it's an oracle card because we're not going to get into a whole story, right? So it's been interesting, and I know we're still seeing past people, that kind of thing is always going to be there. And I feel like with something to really remember is that, we're reading energy. So just because the energy is there doesn't really mean you have to do anything, right? It's like you don't have to talk to anyone. But this tends to be more about opportunities coming your way, which is money and career, but it is also other things because, you know, a lot of people have jobs but that isn't always your path, and so it can show you some other things that could be happening. And just remember, y'all, Uranus is conjunct this new moon, and it is going to be, and Mars, and it's going to be weird. Because what Uranus does is you will get what you want, but it's almost like there's chaos attached to it because Uranus is the great changer, right? It is chaos. And so you might get it in a really weird way. There could be changes that happen that you're really not expecting that might be completely different from whatever it was you had planned. That's what I said. So let's do it. So real passion is here. And this is about people asking for a change. Okay. So when you ask for a change and you want, say you want a job or a purpose that you feel really passionate about, you got to be prepared for it to come. And so, we were seeing the tower earlier. So there definitely is something coming and you can feel that Uranus edge, which is why I mentioned it. Real passion, stop wasting your time in dead end jobs and find your true passion. So here's the thing. There is a lot, and there has been a lot about being dissatisfied with what you're doing currently, right? Especially in terms of Ten of Wands energy, meaning working really hard, right? Working really hard. And the Ten of Wands is very interesting. While it's a completion, and we actually see the completions in the nines, right? The 10th just kind of sealing the deal. And it's about, having too much, doing too much, working too hard. I feel like that's going to be changing, and so here's the thing. I feel like spirit, definitely, your spirit guides, the universe, God, whatever you want to say it doesn't want you to keep putting so much work into things you don't even like. You don't even like them. And sometimes, and I would never say to do something that hurts your livelihood. We all have to do what we have to do. Yes, we do. But what you will find in terms of, and it was something I really aligned with personally, and that is doing jobs to just be about the paycheck. It'll never last. And you actually won't give it, like Steve Jobs says, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life, right? And I really feel that energy, right? If you're not happy where you are, the answer is to not get another job you're not happy at. The answer is to find that thing for yourself, right? And why? Because it's coming. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Hi, Marlene. It is coming, and it's not coming in an easy way. I can tell you that. And that is what, if you watch the morning reading, that is what is happening. Like there's chaos attached to it. So it could mean definitely, because with the Seven of Wands, we're fighting to be heard. We are. And there's always I always feel like there's a fight involved with the Seven of Wands, where we're drawing our line in the sand. And, this is about all for you energy too, but it's also about an end to this energy where I have to, thank you, Marlene, where I have to fight so damn hard to be heard, to be recognized, to be appreciated. And if you have felt like you've been in that kind of flow in your jobs, in your work life, you know, it's time for that to change. And the truth is like once you start being very vocal about what you want, where your line in the sand is, there's a door opening with the Ace of Pentacles. There's a door opening. And I feel like the universe is trying to give you signs. Steven. Well, this is about life path. I mean, you can make of it however it applies to you, I suppose. So signs is here. So you're being given a sign or signs in general. And I feel like once this change comes in, it's going to be hard for you to really see it clearly, I feel. But the universe is giving you a sign. The sign may be showing up as a bear. You might be seeing a bear, and it's telling you that you've got to take a step. You have to take a step. I'm doing a live reading now. Okay, so, and, you know, I have to cover this woman. Things will get clearer, okay? Things will get clearer. The Seven of Cups, it's like you can't see your way out of this, but it's actually coming. And so pay attention to the signs that are being shown to you. And it's funny because I feel like it's going to tell you when. You know, which is something we've been seeing recently. It's going to tell you when to take the step. It's going to show you the options you have towards this, and it's going to, oh, okay. So this is about a new direction. Something that is slow. Okay, it's very slow. And it's funny because it's what you're supposed to do. And you are being told that. There's so much here about signs, so I would very much pay attention to signs and dreams, if I'm being honest. But someone is giving you information. Someone is giving you information. We have seen this in previous readings, you know, and it may, I don't know, maybe in the physical world, it may not be in the physical world. So it's really telling you to pay attention to everything, especially if like you may be getting some sort of, this may come through a book. It's somehow connected to family. Okay, so it could be a family member, specifically a female, giving you this information. Right. It could be a family member. It's so funny because I did one of these readings one time and I literally saw the sign. I saw it. I saw it in the form of a meme. It was about, I forget what the sign was about, but the sign to look for was a unicorn, which how often do we see them? And I literally saw one. But this is a new direction, right? And you're going to be getting information, information you don't have. Now, this is also something I was saying in this morning's reading, that there is information you don't have. And it is going to be given to you. And it really is going to help. It may come from a family member. It could come from a spirit guide who happens to be a family member. I can tell you it's coming from a woman, the information. And it may be via a book, quite honestly, you know, because that could be a book written by a woman, but there's something about it pertaining to family for me. Okay. The Ten of Cups is also a big turnaround. you know, that is going to make you really happy. But it being divinely guided would, and you never get signs as far as synchronicities go. You never get them like someone just tells you, right? It's always subliminal. It's dreams. It's, you know, seeing things, you know. I haven't been doing paid live readings, honestly, Rosa. So, also, I don't do readings on live. I just pretty much come here to do a collective reading and to talk to people, you know? So, shedding is here. You are starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. I feel like this is key, personally. I feel like this is key. Like, you need to start thinking bigger. Whatever it is, you need to start thinking bigger. And what's interesting is that it feels as if there is someone I feel like this information might be about someone standing in your way. Now, I hate to take it there. I'm not really about the well, you can book readings too, you know. There's always a booking link in my description. But you got someone, because there is an opportunity coming, and I feel like the universe is trying to give you information about it, right? They may also be telling you that it's been moving really slow and that it's moving really slow, but there's some answer that they're giving you, right? There's some information, so pay attention and pay attention to your intuition. But what's interesting is that because wherever you're at now, there's something about someone who wants to stop you. Hi, Melanie. How is the Shiznet, Melanie? Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I do, because sometimes the readings I'm like, is this what's really happening? Okay. So beware, because I feel like this is also coming through for you. Someone standing in your way in your current situation, right? This is deception. This is a snake, right? But as Sagittarians, I hate saying shit like this. I really do, because I know it sounds arrogant. We always have haters, like always. Thank you, Bubbles. So Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords. I mean, it's time to leave a situation where you can't get anywhere, where it seems specifically like people are out to get you. You're not wrong. If you think that and you think, oh, am I just being crazy? No, whoever this is, they're out to hurt you. They're out to stab you in the back. And it's just like, it just feels like drama in the current situation. Of course he is, Melanie. Should we talk about Libra? I was married to a Libra the first time. And do you want to hear... Right. And do you want to hear my opinion on Libra? Now, Libra people are actually, you know, supposedly Libra people are good for Sagittarius. They can be really balanced people in their evolved state. But here's one fact that I don't think a lot of people know about Libra. Well, first of all, we all know they're indecisive, right? And I feel like they're a lot like Gemini in terms of you don't really know what you're getting. You don't really know what you're getting. Like, because the problem with Libra is one, they care about what people think, which is amazing to me. They care about what they think, but I've heard this once and I totally believe this. I totally believe that Libras struggle with empathy. They like to appear to others like they are the most compassionate person on earth, but I think they struggle with empathy. Now, imagine, if you will, being married to someone like that, which maybe not is that hard, as an empath. And so this is part of why I'm starting this podcasting, because I want to talk about some things that I know about. Okay. And oh my God, I could talk for days about Pisces. I literally I have a lot of experience with Pisces. And I think that Pisces are I think they are wonderful, loving people. Actually, Pisces is the most loving, right? But they really struggle with their emotions. So I kind of understand, because I understand about the energy, what Pisces is dealing with. Yeah, I read that too, that we are jealous of Pisces. Oh, wow. Do you? They're very calm people. I just feel like Libra puts on a big show a lot of the time. It's hard to know who they really are, and I feel like they move in duality just like Gemini does. I do. I think it. But of course, our personal relationships sometimes can shade things. Um, Leo is nice, but Leo is, first of all, I have a belief. Okay, so like I know I should really be objective here. My personal belief, that's true. I believe that elements are important, right? So I tend to think that no, I suppose, but I don't think fire signs should mix. That's my personal belief, because it's big energy. But um Leos, believe it or not, Leos are very self-controlled. Yeah, I mean, self-control pretty much rules Leo. It's that whole, though, attention thing for me with them. Yeah, fire and fire. I believe it. I believe we need the balance of an opposite. Oh, geez, yeah. Scorpio Venus, you attract a lot of people too. I was married to a Sagittarius. It was probably, it's going to sound really crazy. It was the best relationship I ever had. We're divorced, but it was amicable too. I mean, we divorced as friends. We went together. He, to this day, he's still my best friend. But, and married didn't work. As a couple, it didn't work. Taurus and Aquarius. Do you get along with Tauruses, Stephen? I have difficulty with Taurus. Like, I really like them. I find them to be a very grounding influence, but I feel like we're too different. Your mom, you want to hear what my mom was? My mom was a Scorpio sun and moon. And if you know anything about Scorpio moon, it is horrendous. The worst moon signs that you could have, in my opinion, are Scorpio moon and Virgo moon. I have tried a lot of times. I have Taurus big in my family, and of course I love my family members. Um, but, as in friendships, I have a hard time maintaining friendships with Tauruses for any period of time. I find that we always separate, even as friends. Yeah, my mother was something. She was tough. So my mom was Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun. I think she had a Virgo rising or something. She was really good at making money. Um, my dad is a Sagittarius. I don't know his placements because he will just laugh at me if I ask for his time of birth. Yeah, like, it's so funny because Pisces, I often feel bad for them, actually. I feel bad because once I did a super deep dive into Pisces and Scorpio. And Pisces is Pisces lives in, we live out, right? They don't live out here. And, and they're literally connected to everything. So if you could imagine how difficult that is, no wonder they keep to themselves. But I've tried to love a couple of Pisces, I really have, but and they are the most loving, accepting people, but in my opinion, they kind of also are the biggest runners. I think at the end of the day, they'd rather be by themselves, which is okay, if. But yeah, once you're loved by a Pisces, it's kind of hard because other things just don't compare because they love that big. They love that big. But they have a tendency to run from their feelings because they're very intense. City males and country males. Well, my parents divorced when I was young, and my mother had her own issues mentally, but she was a good woman. Sorry. Makes me a little emotional. We actually butted heads a lot, me and my mom, but we were very close too. Hi, Violet. Oh my God. Cancer and Sagittarius. 10-10 don't recommend. But, like, that's a volatile match. Like, for us, I mean, it depends too. Like, we're all 12 signs. So, we're all 12 signs. So you really you can get along with anyone. You can have a relationship with anyone if you know what you're working with. Oh, cool, Violet, a day off. I personally think that I think Cancer is our enemy. I think they're too emotional for us. In a It's the way, it's not even in a good way. Like the way their emotions come out are just, oh, yeah. Yeah, my dad is December 15th. I'm December 2nd. So, and you take on a lot of aspects of you know what I'm saying then, Kim, right? That it's that for one thing, cancers cannot cancers cannot keep their feelings inside. And it's the way that they come out and it's the way that they move around the truth that, oh, I think then we're very Scorpio-ish, in Vedic astrology, we're Scorpios. Maybe they have like other things that will, but at least you know what you're dealing with. I think that astrology is a guide. I hate to, now there are certain signs I wouldn't even consider, but that's me. I don't suggest that for everyone else. It at least tells you what you're dealing with. I think that the moon sign is the most important thing to know because the moon sign compared to your moon sign will tell you what you're dealing with emotionally. Oh, wow. So you were supposed to be a Scorpio. How interesting. And so, Stephen, we are on the calmer side of Sagittarius. Like those born at the beginning half of Sagittarius season are the more grounded, rational. The 15th and over, no offense to anyone, but y'all are the savage ones. Y'all are the savage ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but astrology should be a guide to you too. Can tell you everything. Oh, very nice. Well, literally there's so much involved with the spiritual journey and period. I mean, you never stop learning. I mean, one thing for me, and I still don't feel like I know it all. And, truth be told, like even this, like every time I get a new deck, I still read the guidebook. I still catch up on things. Yeah, Kim, I try to tell people, like, don't go there with me because I am very zen because that's what I prefer to be. I don't want to fight. I'm non-confrontational. But if you make me go there, I'm going to make you cry. So I try not to. And I very much pick my battles. Not everything's worth fighting about. I'm really like, I'm all for speaking your truth. And I can say that Sagittarius as a whole, we are not filtering ourselves down anymore. So we will be speaking our truth. But also, I know when something doesn't require being said, you know? When that's how I feel about the whole ghosting thing. And the way that I operate now personally is like I let people make their choices. You made your choice, that's what's happening. Because we also, Sagittarius, we are a mirror. We will reflect back to you what you reflect to us. So, I mean, it's not always right. It doesn't mean we're not individuals. It is true, Stephen. I have done that. Like, okay, so I can remember like several occasions, and I'll do it in all different kinds of ways, but where people would say something messed up to me, and instead of just saying, oh, hey, that was messed up, I I have like taken it there. Yeah. So we can be super mean. And like we forget about it in 10 minutes, but other people don't. What means? Savage? Pretty much means no filter. I mean, my dad has no filter at all. Like, he doesn't, he don't, like, care if he hurts your feelings. Yeah, I think as we get older, we learn to filter. You know, we still slip and still will say some things, but I think that sometimes what we most need to understand is this whole thing around the truth. Because to us, we feel like we're just telling you the truth, but not everyone's up for hearing that. Some people like to, you have to know what the line is. The fact that it's true doesn't necessarily mean that it's right to say, so like you're an asshole and I tell you you're one. And yes, that's true. But it's also, it can be mean, right? Oh, thank you. Oh, good. I'm terrible. Like, I can't even, like, even sometimes when I first moved here, I live in Georgia. Talking to people with deep Southern accents was a problem for me. I have so much trouble with it. Hello now? Is that an L? Hello. We're just talking. I mean, I did a reading and it's pretty much done. We're just talking, and I do this once a week because my biggest goal is to build a community. It's community. And that what they've said about YouTube is that your channels can either be relational or transactional. So I'm going for relational. But FYI, if you go to my channel, I put out 3 readings a day. So there's always something. I love the nighttime readings the most because I feel like they're fun for me. And that's really about, you know, the tea. Oh, thanks, Taz. Yeah, I get that a lot. I talk really slow too. I think so, Stephen. Well, I think that it's nice to have a place um, where you're understood, you know, where you're understood. And I don't really tolerate too much negativity. So, like when I see it, I kind of get rid of those people. And I don't really, I feel like a lot of readers, they all have a different theme to them, you know? And I like to think of myself as being transformational. I can't do, I like love readings, but I don't do them every day. I like to see it come out organically. It like if it's meant to be seen, yeah, if it's meant to be seen, then, it will be seen. Obviously, there's some messages come out and I'm like, I don't know who this is for, but it's always for somebody. Yeah, I don't. That's my role. Thank you, Marty. I like to believe that. I like, and I have a way about me I know that puts people at ease. So, you know. Hi, Selena. Thanks, Colin. I am nice most of the time. Hey, Stash. What's your name about, Stash? Is that your name? I am fair and square. Hi, Tracy. How you doing, Tracy? Your reading was a little crazy, too. Oh, thank you. I believe so. Like, that's why I don't shuffle on screen. That's why I sit with the cards. So literally what I do is I do the reading because I'm also very easily distracted. Oh, thank you. And I will sit and I will, because sometimes with the cards, and it's like the more cards that come out, it's like the story changes. So, you know, that's why I sit with them. So I have this process. I even do that in my personal readings, although I do more on screen with my personal readings, but, you know, hello. Oh, look at those 40 people. I feel popular. Oh, no, I saw it, Raji. I was talking about, I have, and I feel like asked if I got it right because I feel like it's kind of like disrespectful if you don't, maybe that's just me nutty Nelly. That's so funny. Sometimes, but I also am kind of obsessed with oracle cards. So I know that for some people that might not be their kind of reading, but you know, no, I'm not saying that. Thanks though. Oh, what is that about? Oh my goodness, people. Oh. So yeah. So okay, you guys, like I know. I know they are distracting me. Do you have this deck, Stephen? The Mythic Tarot? I have never felt so intuitively connected to a tarot deck ever. And the funny thing about it is I don't like traditional decks normally. Oh, this is what's so annoying about live, to be honest with you. Yeah, thank you. I do not have the patience of a saint. I really don't. I know, right? We ain't the ones. Marty. Go Pound said. That is so, we are so old. Oh, I'm trying to think of some. Like it or lump it, take it down the road and dump it. I'm going to pull a card for the collective from the moon. I'm not going to, because I've already been on here for 45 minutes, I'm not going to do individuals. Hi, Sushi. Oh, okay then. Okay. Do a final message and then I'm out of here because, you know. Okay. What is the final message for Sagittarius? Final message. Oh, that's nice. Ooh. First quarter moon in Leo. Be humble. You may be getting a lot of attention, specifically romantic attention, because we're seeing Libra energy. So, you know, try to be humble. Don't let it go to your head, but know that you are loved. We're all Sagittarius. It's a Sagittarius channel. Follow me. Okay, you guys, thanks so much for coming. Ugh.